Hey guys, thank you for hitting play. Today we're going to talk about Netflix stopping the whole binge watching experience and not releasing all episodes all at once in an attempt to stop dippers from taking advantage of the Netflix platform. What do you think about this?
I recently learned what a dipper was. It's fascinating.
In case you guys don't know, a dipper is a person who buys a monthly subscription to Netflix or whatever service, binge watches all their shows during that month of subscription, and then when they're done, they just unsubscribe, and then they wait a whole year or a few months until whenever, the next show that they're interested in comes on, and then they pay that monthly subscription once, and then they unsubscribe. And I think a lot of people are going to be dippers because there are way too many services out there.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have Netflix, we have Hulu, we have Disney Plus coming, we have the Apple TV Plus coming. There are way too many services.
Yes, there are. It's problematic.
Are you a binge watcher?
Yes, I am. But I'm not a dipper. Because I didn't know dipping existed. Had I known earlier, I would have dipped everywhere.
Well, there you have it.
But I'm a full-time subscriber to Netflix. I've watched all their good stuff. I've watched all their terrible stuff. I think I've milked that cow for all it's worth. At this point, it's just running on vapor. Milk vapor.
I'm not a dipper either. Like I've had my Netflix subscription for about 2 years now, and I'm nowhere near like a binge watcher. I don't binge watch anything. Like it took me 3 weeks to finish an 8-episode season of Elite.
I don't know what that is.
It's a Spanish TV show. You don't know what Elite is?
I don't know what Elite is.
It's so cool. If you guys haven't watched Elite, you really need to watch it. It's so good. It's the same cast as La Casa de Papel. Yeah.
I saw it advertised, but I never watched it.
So good.
Okay.
The reason I wanted to talk about this is because there are two sides to it. I think binge watching in itself is just a terrible waste of time.
Why?
Because life is too short and there are way too many things that you can do to give your life meaning and joy other than binge watching, TV shows day in and day out.
Yes.
And to be honest, like I feel like that happens to me. If I start watching a TV show and, they're designed to be addictive, and I watch one episode after the next, and I just get sucked into this black hole that I just really can't get out of. And before I know it, it's 4 hours have passed and I wasted my entire day. Like I could be going to the gym, I could be writing a song, I could be visiting a friend or seeing my parents, whatever, But I think it's a slippery slope, binge watching. And it kind of makes you lazy. It does make you lazy.
Well, binge watching and releasing shows in bulk is a natural evolution from TV, from watching media.
Mm-hmm.
Before people had Netflix and they could watch entire shows, they used to watch TV endlessly and waste their lives in front of it. So this is normal, but if you're trying to escape something or you don't have the conditions to do something that you'd like, then it's a wonderful way to pass the time until you die.
Okay, but I feel like the whole dipping phenomena started because there are so many services now, and people just... Why is that funny?
Because it's a phenomenon.
It is a phenomenon. It is a phenomenon. Like a lot of people are dipping because I don't think people want to spend $100 a month on different services. It just doesn't make sense. It's a lot of money. And I don't know if you know this, but I think this is Apple's like new... You know how like the iPhone was Apple's cash cow? Now it's no longer the iPhone. Now it's subscriptions. And that's why they have, Apple Music, they have Apple Arcade, they have Apple TV Plus. They're hooking you on to the Apple ecosystem and you're paying, monthly in subscriptions. And that's where they make the bulk of their money. And that's why even the new Apple products, like the new iPhones, the new iPad, all of these come with a 1-year subscription of Apple TV Plus for free.
Yeah.
So they're playing it smart. Because honestly, like even with smartphones, I don't see where smartphones can go in terms of innovation, because like I feel like they've become such a refined version of what smartphones used to be 10 years ago. How much further can you push the evolution of the smartphone?
Put it into your body.
Yes, but I don't think the world is ready for that. And I don't think people are going to go for that.
They are already.
Who's doing this?
Well, not so much in smartphones, but people have started willingly to have different devices, monitoring devices put into their body, which measures either like bodily functions like blood pressure, stuff like that, or has a GPS in it, or...
That's for patients.
No.
Not for patients?
No, outside of medicine. Like this is like a capsule or something that you put under your skin and you are accessible. But it's the next logical step in integration with technology. It's the next step in our evolution, really. Before smartphones, our capacity was that which we can remember from our memory. Now everybody's IQ is like hundreds and hundreds of points because you can just pull out your phone and you know everything there is to know about everything. So the next logical step is integrating it into your body.
Would you do it?
No.
You won't even give your iPhone the Touch ID?
No. If Apple wants my fingerprint, they're gonna have to cut my finger off as I sleep.
You know, Touch ID doesn't work with a finger that's, you know, detached from the hand.
Really?
Yes, it doesn't work.
How does it know?
I don't know, but there was a whole thing about iPhone. I think it was.
How did they test
iPhone
that?
5S. I don't know how they tested it.
This raises so many questions.
I don't know how they tested it, but that was the thing. Like, you had to have it had to be in a live finger. It had to be attached to a hand.
How does it know it's a live finger?
I don't know. I guess because when the finger is chopped off, like maybe like the skin moves around, so it's not really the same. I don't know. You know, people got really really creative with their uses of Touch ID. Like, I know some people actually use their penises.
Really?
Yes.
And it recognized it?
People were using their penises, their toes to unlock Touch ID, and you know.
So it doesn't work with...
Apparently it works with toes.
I have a lot of questions. How do they like check their phone in public? Is the first one.
No, I mean, they do it, you know, to see if the phone actually unlocks with their toes or their penises. But
I just need to check my messages.
How did we get from Netflix to people unlocking their phones with their penises?
Netflix can take a back seat. We're talking about important things now. I don't know. I suppose there's...
Why don't you try it out tonight? You could test your Touch ID with your penis. Apple can have a copy of your penis.
I won't give Apple my finger. You think I'll give him my...
Well, yeah, no one's gonna check your... It's not an identification method.
Do you know why you have
Thankfully.
fingerprints?
Hmm?
Do you know how you get fingerprints?
Yeah, because we have a special...
No, but how fingerprints develop?
No.
When you're a fetus in the womb, while your fingers are developing, it kind of takes shape according to the movements.
Okay.
And that's why everyone's fingers are unique.
Okay.
So, the question is the same thing applied to the penis print?
Maybe we can...
We should find out.
Maybe we should take a couple of minutes, each of us go into the bathroom and check it out. But I don't have a phone with a Touch ID anymore. I have Face ID. My penis doesn't have eyes. So.
Does the Face ID work on a penis?
No, it doesn't. It's not a face.
What if you draw little googly eyes on it?
See, the thing with Face ID, and I'm such an Apple fanboy that I know this, but the thing with Face ID is that it's so secure because it actually scans your face. It does a 3D scan of your face every single time. But with Android phones, you know, you can unlock the Face ID on Android phones with a photo. Like, even if it's 2D, like if I have a picture of you and I have your phone, I could actually unlock your phone with your picture. But with Apple, it's different. It takes a 3D scan of your face, which is pretty cool.
Just what I always wanted.
Okay, Netflix and binge watching.
Yeah.
Yes. Where was I going with this? Well, we were talking about dipping. Are you going to be a dipper and, subscribe to a different service every single month, or are you going to pay for all of them?
No. Netflix is my last kind of dip into subscribing to a service.
So you're only going to subscribe to Netflix then? You're not going to subscribe to any other services?
I will not subscribe to anything after Netflix. I will take an alternative route.
I don't know if I'm going to subscribe to anything else, but I feel like I am going to go for Apple TV Plus because it's only $5 a month. So it's pretty cheap. But apparently Disney is going to be $8 a month. But like combined, all four, even if you pay like, I don't know, $30-$50 a month, that's still cheaper than buying, a specific number of DVDs or going to the movies a few times a month. It's still a lot cheaper and you get a lot more content.
Forget DVDs. How much do you pay for a satellite subscription? This works out to being cheaper and you can play it whatever you want. But it's a licensing issue. Again.
I still think it's such a great deal. It's like, this whole model, even with music, it hurt us, the musicians, but it benefited everybody else. So now like for $10 a month, you can listen to every single song that was ever created.
True.
So it comes out to be a lot cheaper. And in comparison, you used to buy one CD, one album for $15.
True.
So...
But the weird reaction to that is vinyl sales are like rising.
I know.
And I don't know if they've like reached higher than whatever period.
They're definitely higher than CDs at this point in time.
Who uses CDs anymore?
Nobody uses CDs anymore.
And vinyl has a lifespan.
Yeah.
You can listen to it only however many times depending on your equipment. So it's really a living and indeed dying like piece of physical thing from the artist.
I think the only people who really buy vinyls are like true fans who want to buy the memorabilia and they consider it a piece of memorabilia, or audiophiles who love music and want to hear it at the best quality possible because Spotify or Apple Music is not going to do it for them.
True. But it's growing. There are more of these audiophiles lurking in the streets than previously.
But anyway, back to the original point. I think I'm going to subscribe to Apple TV Plus only because they have Oprah. And I'm definitely going to subscribe to Disney because they own Marvel now. And I love Marvel. And there are so many TV shows that are coming up that I'm very interested in.
How much is a subscription?
I think Disney Plus is going to be
$8.
$7.99, and Apple Music is going to be $4.99, which is cheaper than music. And I don't understand how that even works out because you would think that making movies and TV shows is a lot more expensive than making music. So why is music more expensive than, a TV service? I don't know. Maybe they're going to make it expensive at some point in the future. But I think it's such a smart move on Apple's part to diversify their income, because if you are subscribed to, Apple Arcade, TV Plus, and Apple Music, that's, I think, a total of about $20 a month. Multiply that by the number of Apple users worldwide. That's a monthly revenue of millions and millions and millions of dollars. So, iPhone, why work on the iPhone? Who cares?
And you don't own any of it.
No, you don't.
You're just paying them for the opportunity to use the platform. And once your subscription ends or the platform falls, then you have nothing.
That's it. Honestly, it's like when a person dies, like they really have nothing, but it's the experience that they've been through. Wow. Where the hell did that come from?
So what you're saying is Carpe the show. Not Carpe.
Carpe diem.
Not Carpe diem, but Carpe the show.
Carpe the show, yes.
Carpe TV.
What do you guys think? Are you going to subscribe to Netflix? Are you guys dippers? Let us know in the comments what kind of person you are and whether you are willing to pay your hard-earned money for all these different TV subscriptions.
And more importantly, should we dedicate an entire episode to the ethics of printing?
Penis ID.
PID.
PID.
Yeah. It's copyrighted.
If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. You will see us next time.